it is Jade Ashley, and I am back for another When the Beat Drops video. I hope you guys are ready to hear the 5 hottest beats of this week. And if you haven't already, be sure to watch my previous videos. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel, comment on the videos, and share them with others. So stay tuned for more. Okay, everybody, so let's get into our first topic. And the first topic for this week is Meek Mill. His sophomore album, Dreams Worth More Than Money, was actually supposed to release this week, but because he's still incarcerated, the album had to be pushed back, which pretty much sucks because that's what the whole thing with him and Wale over Twitter actually was about at the beginning of the summer, because he felt like, you know, Wale wasn't supportive and all of this other crap. But that's not the point. The album was supposed to release this week and it was pushed back, and this is what Rick Ross had to say about the album being pushed back. He says, MMG and Meek Mill have decided to release Dreams Worth More Than Money at a future date. In true MMG fashion, Meek has dedicated himself to perfecting his sophomore project, and it is only right that it should be rolled exceptionally well. MMG also wants his fans to know that Meek is doing great and he wants to hear from you, so write him at, and then he adds the address and the name and all of the numbers that need to go into mailing him below. And he closes his statement with saying, in the meantime, keep looking out for new music from the project, keep supporting Meek, and keep dreaming. Hashtag MMG for life. And Meek Mill is supposed to be getting out next month in October, so hopefully everything goes well, because he was arrested for like violating his probation. Back in May, he did an interview with The Breakfast Club, and he touched on his whole probation situation and how like the city of Philadelphia is treating him and whatnot, and how it wasn't right. And it was a pretty long interview, so I'll definitely link this specific interview below. But I was going over because it was certain parts that I wanted you guys to hear.
Yo, I got a job. I just be like, for somebody at this rate, a kid like me, I'm putting a lot of work in my city, donating to the kids, all them organizations, anything I could do to help. It's bigger. It's even bigger than donating. It's like them kids. It's millions of kids that know you could come from nothing and be something. They see me on YouTube from 14 with the nappy braids, 5X t-shirts. They actually seen it. So it's like I be trying to tell my PO, like, if you like targeting me to lock me up, you damaging millions of kids behind this. If I do something dumb and go to jail, hey, let me go to jail. I ain't gonna be mad at that. But if I'm out here doing what I gotta do, I wish I would have knew we was gonna talk about this. I'd have brought my probation papers at the bottom of them and say, I request you revoke his probation and send him to jail. So, you know, I sat down and had a conversation with him, like, do you know I got a 2-year-old son?
So basically, when he was arrested, my mind automatically went back to this interview back from May. He was talking about how they were trying to basically lock him up, and I know that when he was locked up this summer, they were saying something with the violation of probation. So that only, you know, triggered in my mind how much of that is true, because I know it's a lot of people out here who were like recently incarcerated, and they, you know, try to do right with their lives, and it's like the law, or I should say like the police or like the courts and stuff like that, you know, kind of like slow them down. So I don't know the whole case of the situation, but it pretty much sucks that his whole project had to be pushed back just for the simple fact that he's behind bars, and he's technically behind bars for like violating his probation. But I can only hope and wonder, did he really violate his probation, or did they put him in jail because they wanted him to be in jail? I don't know the situation. I can't speak too much on it. I don't know too much of law, but this is just my mind as somebody who sits here and, you know, pays attention to the things that happens with these artists. So all I can say is hashtag free Meek Mill, and I can't wait for your new album to drop. You know, there's a lot of people out here supporting you, and yeah, so that's about it. So the next topic that I would like to talk about, I would like to speak on Traci Braxton. You know, I'm a big fan of Braxton Family Values. Traci is the next sister to sit here and release her, this would be Traci's debut solo album. So her new album, Crash and Burn, will be releasing within the next month and a half, I want to say. And she released the official video to her first single, Last Call, this week. And Traci looked good. It was a pretty dope video. She looked good. I was like, yes, Traci, go off, girl. And she also released the album cover, so I'll be sure to pop it in somewhere over here, you know, yeah. But if you guys want to check out the video, you can go to my When the Beat Drops blog at jade-ashley94.blogspot.com. I'll be sure to link that below so you can check out the video. But the video was pretty much dope. The only critique, or I don't want to say bad thing, but the one thing that I will say that I kind of dislike about the whole thing is just in the song, it's like auto-tune, right? So we all know the Braxton sisters, like, even though they talk about being doo-wop, dop, dop, dop chicks to, you know, like, Tony and stuff, they all can, like, really sing. So on her song Last Call, there's auto-tune. So I hate the auto-tune on the song. It's a good song and it's catchy because she's repeatedly says this is my last call basically, but it's a really good song. It's really catchy. She looks great. I hate the auto-tune. Other than that, it's pretty much dope. And like I said, if you guys want to check out the video, make sure that you visit my blog and catch it. So I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention because I haven't really seen it too much around, and you know, I gotta support my Braxton sisters and I gotta let y'all know. So I made sure I made sure that it was one of the hot beats for the week because we need to support real singers out here. I said that in the first video and I'm keep on saying that. Real singers, and she a real singer minus the auto-tune, but yeah. So the next topic that I want to talk about is Sisterhood of Hip Hop, which is where, like, I'm very much into reality TV, and I have not seen anybody, whether it was on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, speak about Sisterhood of Hip Hop, and that's like a reality show and stuff like that. And I don't know if they don't want to talk about it because it's like positive. Because let's truth be told, we like all the ratchetness and we like all the fighting and stuff and the drama. You know, Ratchet Monday. Shout out to VH1. But I haven't seen anybody say anything about Sisterhood of Hip Hop, and I think that Sisterhood of Hip Hop is like a really great show. I mean, there is drama on there, but the show is what the title is, which is Sisterhood of Hip Hop. On Sisterhood of Hip Hop, we have Diamond, who was formerly part of Crime Mob. We have this Queens rapper by the name of Naima Supreme. We have a Brooklyn rapper by the name of Saya. We have a rapper by the name of Bia, who's from Boston. And then we have Brianna Perry, who is from Miami. And we basically get to sit here and, you know, see, like, their journeys as, you know, women in hip-hop. Because it's no secret that the whole women in hip-hop situation is either they ready to fight each other, beat each other up, or it's not even enough women in, you know, hip-hop. And then when it comes to, like, these award shows and it's time to, you know, sit here and do the rapper category, ain't no rappers to put in the damn category, so we have to give it to people like Nicki Minaj. And no shade to Nicki, because Nicki deserves every award that she has right now. But I mean, I feel like it's really not that much competition. Like, she's the only, you know, female rapper representing right now. So, you know, Sisterhood of Hip Hop is like a very much positive show as far as showing, you know, these young women in their careers and working hard to get where they need to be musically. Some of my favorites on the show actually happens to be Brianna Perry, and I know about Brianna Perry while back. If you also check out my blog, you can see an artist spotlight on Brianna Perry that I did earlier this summer before the show actually premiered. And I was saying on that post in particular, I don't want to give everything away because I want you guys to obviously go on the blog and check it out. But I remember hearing about Brianna Perry all the way back when Terrence and Roxy was still hosting 106 in Park, and like, she's just really dope. And another thing about Brianna Perry, and you also see this on the show, is that she balanced both college and music, and that's very inspirational to me and my whole situation that I go through in my life on a regular basis. So for her to sit here and balance, you know, homework and having to do a test, but yet she got to go out of town and she has to, you know, perform and stuff, and she does it very well because she actually graduated from the University of Miami this year. So that's another favorite of mine. And then Naima Supreme, I actually heard about her before the show was announced because I follow her makeup artist. Her makeup artist is from Brooklyn on Instagram. So like when she would shoot with her and stuff like that, I would see her. So when I saw that she was on the show, I was like, oh, this is pretty dope. But if it's anybody that Naima has like clashed with the most on the show so far, is Diamond. And at first I didn't understand why Diamond, but I mean, Naima threw her little shade, but Diamond, she just go off on this girl. I'm like, damn, Diamond, you know, like the, I guess you can say like the veteran of the cast, because we've known about her for like the longest because she was in Crime Mob. But then it's like every time Diamond comes up on the screen, she sits here and she says, you know, because I'm trying to get out of this image of Crime Mob and stuff. And I understand, yes, we know you from Crime Mob, but how long Crime Mob been over? it's been over for a while. So it's like, Diamond, stop referencing, you know, Crime Mob and just, you know, show us what you got. Like, be like, yes, I was in Crime Mob, but I'm Diamond and this is now. Like, I have yet to hear anything about Diamond now. If anything, she continues to reference and, you know, say she's trying to move away from her Crime Mob image, and I get that, but come on. I'm ready to hear the music. This is Sisterhood of Hip Hop. I want to hear the music. I've heard music, or I heard other people or seen other people in the show perform, and I ain't seen not one performance from you yet. So I'm hoping, you know, for a fact that within the next couple of episodes we get to hear some new music, see some more performances, and we can stop hearing about Crime Mob and stop being mean to Naima. You know, you the vet. Set a good example. Stop playing, girl. But you look good though. All right. So yeah. So if you guys haven't already, I need you guys to check out Sisterhood of Hip Hop on Oxygen on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. And if you guys watch the next episode, or if you guys watch previous episodes, let me know what you think about the show in the comments below. I would love to interact with you guys, because literally when I tell you, I do not hear about this show nowhere on none of my social media. And I'm like, why? Like, this show is like dope. So, you know, and you know, female rappers or femcs or whatever you want to call, like, they don't even like to be considered like female rappers, but you know, like female rappers, like they need more, you know, attention in media. So like, support them. And like I said, if you watch the show, be sure to comment below about the show, and I will definitely comment back, and you know, we can converse back and forth. Or if you want to hit me up on my Twitter or my Instagram and we can talk about the show, definitely you will see me talking about the show on Tuesday nights on Twitter for sure. So yeah. And the third topic of discussion is Keke Palmer. Now, this week, Keke Palmer's debut on Broadway as the first Black Cinderella on Broadway. I don't want to say like the first Black Cinderella, because we all know the first Black Cinderella was Brandy, but Keke Palmer was the first Black Cinderella on Broadway, and she debuted this week on Broadway, obviously. And I think that's like pretty much dope. It was a picture that I saw of Keke, like when they were doing like the what you call when the people walk out and they take their vows, curtain call, I guess. So she debuted as the first Black Cinderella on Broadway this week, and there was actually like a photo of her. She was like, you know, kind of choked up by the moment, because she like made history. Not to mention that she made history earlier this summer as the youngest, you know, talk show host on BET. And for years, when I tell you for years, ever since she was on True Jackson VP on Nick, I've been admiring Keke Palmer. And this is why I admire Keke, because she is literally like my age. If anything, she's like a year older than me, but she's in my age group, and she continues to break so many barriers. She does so many things aside from like just being an actress. She sits there, she sings, she produces. She's had like I remember at one point in time she had like a True Jackson VP clothing line. Like I said, she made history as the first or the youngest talk show host this summer, and now she's making, you know, more history as the first Black Cinderella on Broadway. And like, I like to see people like that, because you know, like I said, we're like in the same age group, and it's just inspiring, and it just like pushes me to like grind harder towards my dream. So I just want to give a shout out to Keke Palmer. Congratulations on your debut as the first African American Cinderella on Broadway. I do live in New York, so I plan on, and hopefully, I'm not just saying this for the video, but I actually do it in real life, go see you on Broadway in Cinderella. I know Sherry Shepherd is playing the stepmom, and her run on Broadway won't be as long, but her role will be taken over by Nene Leakes come October or November. I can't remember which month, but I know that Nene Leakes will take the role of the stepmom, so that'll be actually interesting to see. Well, no, because Nene can act. She's been on Glee and stuff like that, and she was on The New Normal, even though The New Normal only had one season and was never renewed again. But that's besides the point. And yeah, so congrats to Keke, and I will definitely try my hardest and my best to actually go out and see it, because I really do want to see it. And the next topic of discussion will have to be Nicki Minaj. Okay, so this week and, you know, some parts of last week, it was Fashion Week here in New York City. And this week, the Fashion Rocks award show took place here in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. So, you know, we had everybody out here, and one of the performers of the night was Nicki Minaj, and of course she's pushing this Anaconda single. So she performed Anaconda, and I'll be honest, I did not see the award show because I was actually in class. Yeah, but of course, thanks to our lovely internet, I was able to catch the performances. And the way they played online, you would not think that the show got cut off. So when I was like reading stuff like online, like, oh wait, they cut off Nicki Minaj, or I was seeing stuff like on Instagram, as you know, like all forms of social media, they talked about how like they cut her performance short on television. Had I not known, I would have known about this. But then Nicki also addressed the situation, and she had this to say on her Instagram. She said, "My darlings, I wish you could have seen the choreography on the second verse of Anaconda." I'm like, damn, the second verse, that is so soon, because I literally saw like the whole thing. If you look at the video online, you will see the whole performance. So but that they did Nicki Minaj grimy basically. But I wish you could have seen the choreography on the second verse of Anaconda last night. It was absolutely divine. CBS decided not to show it. Had they told us this before, we could have changed the choreo so that you guys could see the full performance from beginning to end. They already had you tune in though. Artists spend so much of their money, time, and passion to deliver their fans great performances, but ultimately our art usually falls into the hands of people who care nothing about our art and creativity. Promise you'll get to see the new choreo soon. Love you. And then after, you know, that performance, she revealed the release date for her, you know, next album, The Pink Print, which is November 24th, which just happens to be my mom's birthday. So first of all, I'm excited about the album. You know, everything that Nicki has been doing lately is just like a build-up. So, you know, you just be like, I can't wait for the album. But CBS, that was kind of effed up what you did to Nicki Minaj. So had I been like watching it and had I not been in class, I would have been like, what the hell? Like, this is not how the song ends. So y'all was grimy for that. And then if anything, Nicki, I don't want to say her week got worse, but if it was anything else that came out of all of this, Nicki Minaj, she also revealed that she tried to, you know, pay a visit and speak to the students at her former high school. Now, I'm a New Yorker, so I don't know if you guys know or if you guys are familiar with LaGuardia High School. LaGuardia High School is a performing arts school here, and she tried to, you know, pay a visit to the school and speak to the kids there, and she was basically denied about speaking to them. And she tweeted about it, and she said, I wanted to go back to my high school and speak to the students, but the new principal declined. No need for me to inspire them, I guess. Shaking my head. It's a woman, and not really is what people, because people are asking her like why, or is it a man and stuff like that. And she was just saying it's a woman, and she don't understand really why the principal wouldn't let her speak to the children. And she said that school changed my life, and I wanted to pay it forward to the students there. Now, I was really looking forward to it. Now, when I first heard about this, I was like, first of all, I have my own personal beef with LaGuardia. Like I said, like I've done like the art situation. I was a performing arts student as well in high school. I was a vocal major, and when it came time to like audition for high school, I auditioned for LaGuardia and I didn't get in. So I've been having beef with them ever since 2008 when I left junior high school. But besides the point, this is about Nicki Minaj. But shout outs to my high school, Brooklyn High School of the Arts. You know, thanks for accepting me. I really appreciate it. But when Nicki said that she was declined from performing at LaGuardia, the only reason why I can think she wouldn't, or why they wouldn't allow her to come in and speak to the students, was because, let's be honest, Nicki Minaj is a sex symbol. But then again, this is the music industry and sex sells. So, I mean, as far as like her imagery throughout the years, her image has definitely changed. So maybe they might have been judging her because, you know, I mean, her new song is called Anaconda, and it's ass all over the place. So that would be the only like legit reason I would figure why they wouldn't, you know, allow her to come back and speak to the students. But then they actually released a statement stating why they didn't, and this is what the school had to say. It said, it has been brought to our attention that Nicki Minaj is attempting to generate publicity for herself by posting negative information about our principal, Dr. Lisa Mars, in LaGuardia Arts High School. The fact is, Miss Minaj was told by the NYC Department of Education, aka DOE, for all of my New York City public school students. We all know about the DOE. that she would not be allowed to enter the school with a television crew. The DOE has policies in place to protect the privacy and security of all the students. I'm sure we all appreciate the strict enforcement of these policies with regard to the safety of our children. And I don't know what the situation is. I don't know if they just told Nicki they didn't want to be there. They didn't want her to be there because they didn't want her to be there, or because she never mentioned anything about a camera crew. But I'm sure, like, everything doesn't have to be for the camera. I mean, all she really need, honestly, is somebody to sit here, snap a picture of her talking to the children, post it on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and they be like, oh, Nicki Minaj was at LaGuardia talking. I don't know situation, but I mean, I'm sure there could be something that can be worked out where Nicki can, you know, go back to LaGuardia, speak to the students, and, you know, give a little inspiration. Because let's not act like she's not one of the biggest stars right now. Like, let's not. And I mean, she was just, like, literally yesterday in Paris with Beyonce, because Beyonce and Jay-Z had like 2 or 3 more shows in Paris for On the Run, even though the tour's over. And she was just in Paris on stage with Beyonce performing a Flawless remix. So I mean, if Nicki is good enough for Beyonce, why can't she be good enough for y'all? I'm just saying. So I'm gonna thank you guys for tuning in for When the Beat Drops. And if you haven't already, like I've previously said, watch my 2 first videos. Be sure that you comment on them, you like them, you share them with others, and if you're already not, subscribe to my channel, and be sure to tune in to When the Beat Drops next week, and I will report the hottest top 5 beats in music. Thank you to everyone who has been tuned in and for all of the support. And also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jade_Ashley94. I'll be sure to link them below, and I will see you guys next week.
Every day you can go